This is pure wickedness. So these two girls went to the club around the 25th of October 2023 to have the time of their lives. Little did they know that this was going to be their last night on earth. The cousin sister by the name of Tshiamo Moramaga, who was 22 years old, and Baleseng Moramaga, who was 21-year-old, were said to be living together in an apartment in Mamelodi, Pretoria, South Africa. It's unclear what they did. They may have been students. It's not stated. Some sources say they are cousins, some sources say they are sisters. However, on this said day, Tshiamo and Baleseng went to a club, went to a party, went to a groove, as they call it, to have the time of their life, to chill. These are adults. And on getting to this said entertainment center, they were met by a young man, 38-year-old Tebogo Imnisi, who they say is also a bouncer. It's unclear if Imnisi was there to work or if he was there to be a bastard. But somewhere along the line, he saw these two sisters minding their own business with another woman and decided to approach them to buy them drinks. And throughout that night, they were chilling, laughing, gisting, drinking. It was looking like every other night in the club. Three beautiful women at a party, a man sees them and offers to buy them drinks. They thought nothing of it. Eventually, by the end of the night, after this man had had enough drinks and it was time for everyone to start going home, this was now the 26th of October, around 3 a.m., 4 a.m. This man stood up and was like, all right, ladies, let's go home. And the girls were like, go home where? Like, well, I don't understand. What do you mean go home? In this man's mind, he thought that just because he had bought these three women drinks, they were automatically obliged to follow him home. However, it was said that all three of them, including the two sisters, refused. They did not see that coming. They were like, no sir, we are not going home with you. Like, what are you thinking? Because you bought us drinks, we should go home with you? Nah, thank you. This is not how we roll. And in that instant, it was said that this man became enraged. They had heated arguments in the club itself, and at the point it became hostile. And so the two sisters were like, nah, we need to leave, we need to go. One of them even had to text a family member or a friend, letting them know that they are being threatened, that their life might be in danger because this insane man who bought them drinks suddenly wants them to go home with him. And just because they refused, he is throwing tantrums. He's acting insane, he's acting mad. And so the girls decided to start walking home, because from what we hear, their house is not far from the club. And so they decided to walk home. And I think maybe they should have just taken an Uber. If you had asked me at this point, an Uber would have been what they should have done, because on their way walking home, Tebogo Imnisi followed them. It is possible that the third woman was also with them, and it's unclear if the two girls came with that third person. The identity of the third woman is unknown. However, just right there, it was said that this man shot the woman at first and then came looking for these girls, saw them on their way walking home, and decided to open fire at them. He killed these two girls. He shot and killed them because he spent 10,000 rand buying them drinks and they refused to follow him home. The audacity that some men have is unbelievable. I don't know what he thought. In my mind is this his first time buying drinks for women? And does it always happen that anytime he buys drinks for them, they follow him home? The bodies of these sisters were not found until the very next month. That same morning, basically, but during daybreak. That was when their body was discovered. And people who lived close to the place where the body was discovered said they heard an argument before they heard the gunshots. The third woman was said to have been rushed to the hospital or may have rushed herself. So it's possible she got shot at a different location or at a different place and not with the sisters. And her identity has not been made. However, it did not take long before the indigents of that community learns of the man who most likely had done it, because they had seen him in the club harassing these young girls. So they most likely were aware that if anyone would have done it, it would be him. They went straight to his house and set it ablaze. However, the police were quick to arrest him before the mobs could get to him, because it did not look like these community members were happy. They were ready to lynch his ass. But the lucky bastard got lucky because the police came and locked him up. The story currently is trending and a lot of people are having opinions. I have seen comments, and you know, we've done this line of content for so long, and we always know that no matter the incident, there's always going to be people who feel like certain people deserve to get killed, because you will not believe the comments some people are making. Some people are arguing that, yeah, girls should not take drinks from men that they would not follow home. Like, what is that? What is that? Some men, why buy drinks for women? If you know, like, be sure first that they will follow you home. Just be sure first. Make sure that, oh, sorry, ladies, I want to buy you drinks, but I need to be sure you're going to follow me home. If you're not going to follow me home, then I won't buy you drinks. And that is how you know it. You can't buy drinks for women, and then when they don't put out, you feel like you're now entitled to attack, beat, or even kill them. What a fragile ego you must have. However, some people are claiming that the young ladies were the ones over demanding. That when they were at the club, in as much as a man offered to buy them drinks, they started pointing, choosing. They started basically taking everything, their bills on him, despite not knowing him from anywhere, despite not have previous knowledge of him. They most likely just met him there, and he just decided to be a gentleman, and they ransacked his pocket. And so I guess they felt just because that happened, that's why he lashed out. According to them, that he felt that the fact that they were demanding means they were going to put out at the end of the day. See, I don't know how anybody's going to spin this story to make sense. It's just ridiculous. Okay, you would have lashed out. Okay, you would have been angry. Okay, you would have probably poured them drinks or tell them to pay you back. But going as far as opening fire and killing them is the part where, you know, and to be fair, I don't mean to be disrespectful to South Africans, but whenever there's a case like this coming from, you just know it's going to be for the flimsiest reason you could imagine. It's almost like man with a fragile ego there just lashes out at a woman because I don't even know where this comes from. How do you kill two young ladies who are old enough to be your younger sister because they refuse to follow you home? If you're a smart man or an intelligent man, shouldn't you shoot your shot, get their phone number? When they go home, you text them and hope to see them again. And hope, it's not as if these girls would not have, but it's normal that most of them would not want to follow you home on the first day. So why exactly? I'm tired of even explaining because this is just ridiculous. It's just painful. The bastard is set to appear in court on the 30th of October, thereabouts. By the time you're watching this video, he'll most likely be in court to have his charges read to him. I already sense that he's most likely going to get a slap on his wrist. One thing you also need to know is with a lot of gender-based violent cases in South Africa, many of these men don't get a fitting punishment. They are usually getting a few years in prison. They are usually getting just a few amount of, like the time they give them is not sufficient. Some of them even come out of prison. Some of them don't even get prison time. All he most likely would argue now is that he was provoked. He was deceived. He is most likely going to use the alcohol because some people said he was high and he was tipsy and he overdrank. They are most likely going to use that as an excuse because that is what his argument is going to be. But I do hope that the persecutor or the lawyers defending these young ladies really put enough pressure to send this man to the electric chair, because there is no reason why he too should leave. There is no reason. These two young ladies with bright future ahead of them, taken because a man thought. And there are pictures and videos of them always going to parties and also drinking. So clearly they could get their drinks. And even if they cannot afford their drinks themselves, other guys have been buying drinks for them. And there's nothing wrong. It's a drink. They're not asking you to pay their rent. Isn't that a normal thing? Like, I don't know any... Growing up, the clubs I go to, girls get in for free. Only guys pay entry fees. Girls go in for free. Women get into clubs. Like, that is just the privilege of being a woman, I guess. They're going in for free and they have drinks. People from afar. Some people even buy drinks for women that they don't even talk to. Oh, they just see somebody from afar, send them drinks, send them over, and move on with your life. This man most likely has wives and family. This man is most likely married. And he's mad that two young girls who are not even up to 23 refused to follow him home. And if they had followed him home, the same people saying rubbish will say that, oh, they are too cheap, they are too easy, they don't have home training. Now they did not follow him home, they are killed. When do women win? Exactly. Because this is like, this is just madness. This is pure madness. To me, the one mistake I think these young ladies made was not to take an Uber, because walking home is more risky because they are exposed. And even if he did not shoot and kill them on the road, he would have followed them to their house and know where they stayed. And that would most likely even be bad. So I think, to me, I would have taken the Uber to go somewhere else, just to get out of there. The moment you see that somebody is being aggressive towards you, get an Uber. Don't walk. Don't trek. Get an Uber. Be there where people are. At the moment your Uber comes, tell your Uber to zoom. Just tell the Uber to take you anywhere but there. Just get out of there. Get out of there. Because some people are really mad. Some people, because this is madness. This is madness. This is just pure. They need to allow this girl's family have one-on-one with this man and just throw punches at his, like they should beat him up. Because I know that he's going to go to court and argue drunk, under the influence, argue something else. He's going to say he wasn't in his class. He's most likely going to blame them. They're going to spin this around in court and make it look like it was the girl's fault. Thank God one of the women survived, so hopefully she can be able to corroborate his story or say what really happened, because I still don't know. People are saying they must have said something, they must have done something, they must have done... You know how people will just be saying and trying to defend and look for an excuse to make this make sense. And some people are there talking about, oh, why are they awake by that time? Oh, they should be at home. Oh, why are they going to the club? Even people who go to church get killed. People need to stop. People go to church, get killed in church and on their way back. So don't make it look like they went to the club. That if they were in the house of God, it will not happen. People in their houses sleeping by that time also get killed. So don't act like you've not seen people who are in their house and not in the club get killed in their homes. So you all need to stop trying to nitpick where you think the victims went wrong. Oh, they should have been at home. Don't people get killed in their houses? Oh, they should have been in church. People get killed in church. They were at the party. So what? This is a party. This is normal. This is adult. They are not kids. I'm tired.